Welcome to First News Rogues video. Today I'm doing something different once again. September 15th, 2024, 3:07 p.m. And if all of you did your research, you should know what part of the globe I'm at. If at least right there, I kind of repeated it every single video that came before. This is a part of the Swordburst series, I think. So this will also go into its own mini playlist. Majors for the game Swordburst, specifically 3 of the certain kinds. I'll be also doing an album review of, I guess, some of the soundtracks played in the game. And there's also something that's been coming up as of recently. Let me scroll into my face of the character because seemingly a lot of you people like that. Right there. So it looks like I'm looking at you. I'm not that beautiful though. I don't have that hair or glasses, but well, unfortunately for you, you should probably start looking at images on me online, publicly available to you. Also on my Discord server, link down in the description down below for you. Something's also come out recently. We're gonna get into, yes, exactly, Vtubers. Wait, you didn't expect that? Sorry. It's part of becoming the deal. So, most of you already know by now the exact app that you're using is called YouTube. And the other ones that people would use for an alternative source would be Twitch. Twitch, Reddit, X, whatever you want to call it. I want to say Twixter because that's what I'd refer to by now. In this video, there's some sort of discussion coming up about Vtuber discrimination. We're gonna straight up say it. I'm clearly not gonna, and I'll not be frightened to mention or say anything about it, or just gonna. So there's been something coming up. I've ran past by a few Twixter pages of sorts, pages, videos, chibi reviews, legal mindset, and I think there was false IID. I'll probably link it down in the description below. There were multiple videos coming out that VTubers were coming in, getting reported, getting banned off of their channels getting deleted, their channels being attacked and swarmed by false reports. That sort of stuff's happening in the background. Let me tell you, it's happened before in certain backgrounds. It's happened for YouTube before too as well. We've had it happening on YouTube as well. And then for those who are under a rock, but not as deep into the rock, and you probably need to go underground, but also reach the mantle layer of the planet Earth for you find. There are a few videos online. I guess I'll still link them down in the description. I should probably left the description down below. There were things coming into account. Let me see if I could way before. I've already left it before. It says Twitch partner Fallen Shadow has been banned. Twitch partner has been banned. Absolutely disgraceful on the part of Twitch and Twitch support. Just another piece of evidence in the case of unfair and unequal enforcement against VTubers. And there's a P word down there, I guess. You could say somebody down there under my comments really bad. But what I said is, it's getting obvious at these points. It's so specific. It's starting to bug me out. And it's not just these. They're super specific. I don't want to be too loose. But it's been VTubers these days for no reason. It's hatefully wrong. It seems discriminating. Cut that off for just a bit. I could go in depth, but I don't want to be doing that too much in the video because it probably bored the shit out of you. Most of you probably aren't VTuber viewers. Let me remind you, a VTuber is a real person. Real person, real passion, real love, real sadness, real anger, real toxicity. They're people like us. They aren't perfect creatures. They're real humans with inaccuracies and mistakes all over them. They have plans. They are geniuses, or they are rotten. Doesn't matter what they are. Some of them speak English. Some of them speak Spanish. Some of them speak Japanese. There are even German ones. There are ones that are colored black, colored white, neutral, fair, spotted, wolves, foxes, dragons, aliens, even a brunette girl, a Gyaru, maybe a flame itself, maybe they're colored green like an ogre, maybe they're a spider, maybe they're a cyborg like Zentrea on Twitch. You could also watch their Twitch, not to promote them. And they could be of any shapes, any sizes, small, large, medium, tiny, humongous. You could say anything. They could be an artist, they could be a gamer, they can be both of that. They can write stuff, they can do stories. Some of them have done animatics before, some of them have played 500 games before. It doesn't matter. They're all sorts. They could be 500,000 subscribers. They could be 5,000, 13,000, 1 million, 9 million, 3 million, 573,544. We're going to be that specific. There is actually a VTuber out there with that many subs though. Why do I say this? They are also humans. They do the same thing. Thing is that they're outperforming most of the creative force out there in the world right now. And currently, Japan is the number one. They are the number one. And Vtubers, and again, for anybody who doesn't understand where I'm coming from, Vtubers are not something like the example of Annoying Orange. Let me correct you that. Vtubers are in definition a combined, build up of events and things and definitions, hiatuses, you could say context that over time, what makes a VTuber is specifically the sort of VTuber you see Hololive and VSojo would make. That's a sort of VTuber. So before anybody brings up digitalized characters back then in the background, we call them just digital characters. We just call them digital characters, fictional characters. They're like there. They have faces, but they don't make content. They do not do that. We had some brands and corporations do that before. We've had, let's say, the Frosted Flakes Tiger on that cereal that you all ate. They've made a VTuber for that. They've made a VTuber for, yes, even the very service that some people would use. There's streaming services that have VTubers. There's even a Crunchyroll VTuber. There's also an Opera GX VTuber. Take that in. But because they're now dominating the streaming competition, we're starting to see forms of jealousy. We're seeing forms of toxicity. We are seeing forms of discrimination. We are seeing forms of racism. Coming in all sorts of corners, all platforms. People trying to defame, attack, harass, block, false report, VTubers of all kinds. Innocent. A lot of them could be minimum wage, and they are suffering. Miserable VTubers. And attacking all of their hard work. Trying to rob it. Trying to think it's funny. Because look, you're still bullying. You're still breaking rule. But, guess what? It's not just that the audience did this. Even the very platform that you would report on for these exact issues have now started to show forms of isolation. Isolating all reports, putting them down, sometimes not listening, and then coming up with excuses. Like this stupid excuse YouTube once said, we only support creators who are in the partner program. So probably most chances that if you're not in the partner program, we'll have a bot come in and see what the bot does for you whenever you report or you feel like you've been unjustly banned or deleted or given a copyright strike for something. For an example, it's happened to many people. It's happened to one of my favorite artists. We had a ghost data here. So it's not just happening to just VTubers, it's happening to React channels, it's happening to normal channels, it's happening to channels for musicians. That's just one of them. Ghost Data is unfortunate. He was a lot more public about it though. I guess he made like 2 entire videos based off of it. I've seen his streams, so I like his music, but doesn't mean like, oh well, you're just a fan. No, this Ghost Rider is just a fan. So Iron Mouse, we're gonna go back to Iron Mouse. So Iron Mouse had their VOD channel, her VOD channel. I said her there by accident, my bad. Her channel. It's one of her own VOD channels, right? Been out there for 2 years. Guess what? It's going away. 2 years of hard work, all that stuff archived for the purpose of the reviewers. People right away, right after that, scared to archive everything as much as possible from that channel in order to do so. And you seemingly, guess why it was taken down? So it was done with mass false reports. A lot of people mass reporting false ones against the channel, and it got the channel 3 strikes right away. Very short period of time. Happened overnight on their end. So if it was in my time zone, it probably happened while I was awake. Because I saw the news pretty quickly. Says that her channel, VOD channel, is completely erased. It's completely deleted. So they disputed it. Says false ID, sources say. They disputed it. So they said that the dispute was still not credible. So I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Everything on their channel was completely owned by her. her own stuff, her own channel, her own editor knows, Mudan knows, all the other people know, all editors that she has knows. The viewers know, everybody knows, all that stuff on there knows. If there's any copyrighted music, then it's silent. It's completely cut out the video. It follows terms of service. It follows all rules. It follows every single part of the chapter you basically need. Nothing was broken. Nothing was reused. Nothing was stolen. Nothing copyrighted was ever allowed in there. All the VODs were completely clean, all untouched. Now people are like, don't make a drama out of this. You see, the second time they disputed this channel, they suddenly were in part of the function is that, if I'm right, if you dispute a copyright strike 2 times, you basically have to give your personal information to this one third party on their end from YouTube support. You basically have to give your information out. You see, Iron Mouse can't exactly just give her information out to a third party. Why does that sound so? What's wrong with that? You see, there are people who choose to want to abuse being able to have the power to simply have access to somebody's information. Like why do you make it sound like they're gonna do something evil, Viz? Because it's happened before. So we had around, I think there was a specific YouTuber who used to exist back then, who I think they had around a few strikes on their channel before it happened, and I wish I could name them, but I can't, because if I named them, YouTube would probably leave a very strike on my video for referencing such topic, because it does lead into very grotesque and very dark parts of the internet that I probably shouldn't discuss on this video, because unfortunately YouTube's just going to censor me and keep me from doing that. And if I did this on Patreon, which I know people won't pay on because my Patreon still exists, nobody pays for it, won't be able to do that. So on the video, I'll say that somebody had it, somebody reported it, and I think they disputed every single copyright strike that they ever got. They were all justified. Everything on their content, about their content, their personality, all their work was done by them and their lovely friend who was doing all editing when they needed it. They were in a very stuck, very miserable, dark place. Blah blah blah. A lot of miserable people, always was miserable people, but they all become legends later. Give them time. Second, in the scenario, they were the comments, the live chat was disgusting with them. You wanna know why? So, the person was an anime enthusiast. See how that sent a red flag to some of you? Alright. Anime enthusiasts. They simply liked anime and liked video games, whatever. When you want to say collective hobby, personality, likes to make content about this stuff, enjoyable, cool, gets everything. Everything's edited, done by them, they pay everything, even the thumbnails, the very music in the backgrounds, license, everything. All these disputes that they sent got rejected completely, all of them, and then their channel was sent multiple copyright claims, and even one for their voice once. Just their voice was copyrighted. Fake. Of course, they obviously put that one down, and then they kept getting more and more, and they were kind of bullied into listening, and basically had to sacrifice their channel and make a second one. They had to move around, and guess what? That channel was also tracked down, and seemingly, instead of a YouTube bot, though they weren't in the partner program and the channel was completely new, bringing back to the thing about partner program, that if you weren't in the partner program, you would probably be judged by a bot rather than a real human. Doesn't make any sense still. It still doesn't make any sense. You could just do this for any person. You don't have to have a... Why do they have to be in the partner program? So this person wasn't even in the partner program. Real human really did. They took the chance while it was super hidden, because a lot of their eyes kind of died out. They're all confused to why the original channel kind of disappeared. A lot of ones that stayed were all like more confused when the channel got hit with deletion. Their second channel, it was tracked down. Doesn't make any sense. And that was when they caught my eye. Go to this website, very obscure one, where I found people making fun of this person, laughing their bottoms off about how they were able to successfully false report the person into oblivion. I found an anonymous user, not gonna say their name, who worked for the YouTube support team. Team YouTube. Yes, that one. The very infamous one, you know. They were all laughing because they were able to pull it off, and the person who worked for YouTube helped them pull it off. It went under the radar. I wish I could say anything about it, but I probably I can't, because then YouTube would give me a bullying and harassment warning. So I saw this, and basically they were silenced into oblivion. The person wasn't able to. We've seen person like, Godzilla, pop up, and we've had the Mr. Beast situation come up. We've had VTubers, whenever they say something, get banned. Whenever we see people smaller than, I don't know, whatever, gets, taken on to YouTube, people harass them along with Paul, does something stupid again. They always have the upper hand, and nothing ever happens. Unless somebody from the very core has a really solid, great reason that they should probably not support them, these other figures, but I said. Other than the idea that Iron Mouse had to completely suck up that her channel was going to be deleted, that's something really decided to you. And Fallen Shadow right there, basically, I think Twitch kind of confused Shadow for being very self-imposing to themselves. I'm not going to say that word because probably YouTube would give me a bullying harassment warning. They were very gloomy and very sad. I'm gonna say that. That's the wholesome way I can say it without YouTube giving me a warning for that. They could they said something like that, I guess, but no, that wasn't the major context. The context was that they were finally able to open to the viewers emotionally about their mental state and a bunch of other stuff. Nobody got hurt. Everybody was okay. Everybody was understanding. Viewers were understanding. Even people like content creators understood. They were like, "It's okay. We got you." But Twitch, out of their own hand, instead rather wanted to target, once again, another VTuber instead of Fifi and a bunch of other ones like Iron Mouse, Riley, and a bunch of others. And 2 years ago, Iron Mouse again, and a few others. This thing's been going on for 2 years, by the way, probably longer. But a lot of the times, I'm gonna fault the very person who made the system this certain way, which is the very person, we know who you are, who deals with all the rules, all of the protocols, all of that, and this and that. We don't like you. We know what's happening here. So you're saying, well, your evidence isn't so substantive, is you're only leaving links to people discussing about this very matter. You see, these people discussing about this very matter are VTubers themselves. Oddly enough, VTubers themselves reporting on this dilemma. So it goes without saying. Alright. Also, let me cleaning up my filter. I think my gain should be 7% up. So there's also this one thing. Okay. So I looked at my channel as an example. Another reason. My channel was accused of not original content. All content's made by me, by the way. Everything you see on this channel, yes. One person. Made by me. The truly one and only The Project In made all of that content. 2 years ago, I was accused of not original content. Ghost Data was accused of not original content. He was underground, and it's not like too many people would be able to report on it, so they did as and such. We had ProZD make a video that says YouTube search function is atrocious. That is also a thing that's been occurring on YouTube. And the things about on Twitch is all of the ridiculous amount of exposure of people's, body parts have been occurring online. We had people exposing body parts online and they stay up. You want to know how long they get banned? Yeah, sure. 2-3 days. And let's see, what did the VTubers get? Banned indefinitely, suspension, 1 week of ban, completely deleted account, suspend account for 30 days, delete or ban account for 30 days. For like a singular thing that is not enough to be credible enough, not credible enough to the system so that they could punish him dramatically higher than those very streamers exposing their bodies. Real humans, by the way. And these VTubers are also humans, by the way. Just take how the treatment here is different. It doesn't matter what skin, it doesn't matter what voice, language, or background that you come from. Every single fraud that I've seen get such a massive punishment are VTubers. And it's happening super commonly. That's super common, and it's been brought into the light as platforms of these sorts have grown. We have more people reporting these sort of things. I'm actually pretty happy people report this stuff now. lot more, quite a lot more.